Marvel has made some very bad decisions over the years. They've pumped out content leading to fatigue, changed beloved characters, and they don't really care about fan feedback, which is so disappointing to say. But now, in a desperate attempt to get us to love Kamala Khan, they are killing her off in a giant, supposedly impactful book. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So starting off with this post on Marvel.com, the Marvel Universe mourns one of its brightest stars. I know, I personally will not be mourning this loss because I do not even like this character. It says it's an ending no fan was expecting. Yeah, we might not have been expecting it, but we were hoping for it. On sale May 31st, the highly anticipated Amazing Spider-Man number 26 will see Miss Marvel make a heroic sacrifice in the ultimate Marvel Comics manner. As an Oscorp intern, Kamala has been a pivotal supporting character in Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr.'s run of Amazing Spider-Man, and it's all been leading to this monumental moment for Kamala to save the entire Marvel Universe. Of course, the character almost everybody hates now has to save the entire universe. They are trying so hard to get us to like her. Officially revealed by Entertainment Weekly, the character's everlasting legacy and this storyline will continue in July with a special one-shot, Fallen Friend, The Death of Miss Marvel, an essential issue crafted by an all-star lineup of talent, including the return of the character's co-creator, the writer of the Miss Marvel solo series, a bunch of different people, and it finishes off with saying the heart of the Marvel Universe has stopped beating. Now join the other heroes of the Marvel Universe, the creators of Miss Marvel, and comic fans everywhere in honoring and remembering one of Marvel's brightest stars. This is such a, I'm sorry, cringe thing to do. I hate that word, but it's the best thing to describe here. They are clearly so freaking desperate, okay? They gave her a TV series that failed. They've made her a lead in the upcoming Marvels movie, which we think is going to fail, and none of that has worked. So now they think if they sacrifice her to save some of their best characters like Captain America, Iron Man, and Spider-Man, people will love her, but it's not going to work. Her comics never sold. They ended her run in 2020 and instead just wrote her into other series because they didn't want to abandon her since she's a diversity character. And pulling this stunt shows they have no confidence in Kamala Khan and the Marvel's MCU film that's coming up. They think by killing her off now it'll boost numbers, and I would put money on its failure because that's how confident I am when I say almost no one cares about the future of her besides the Marvel stans that would buy any garbage they put out. And of course, this was posted on social media. And everybody has been absolutely roasting it. Now, of course, we don't know what's going to happen with the Marvels movie. It might turn out to be a success. I highly doubt it. But when it comes to the TV show that Miss Marvel got, it was a complete and utter failure. I mean, look at this article. Why did Miss Marvel crash and burn on Disney Plus? Even the people that liked this character were furious at this show because they completely changed her moveset, her powers, right? They decided to change it. The pacing of the show was bad. It just wasn't good. And we're actually hearing that in the MCU, they're basically trying to replace Spider-Man because, of course, he is going into college and they needed to fill that kind of teenager role, and Miss Marvel was supposed to do that. And I think that they are really trying to get people to like her, and it's just not going to happen. Looking at the tweet, people are saying things like one shot, clever. It is a clever, I guess, attempt, but it is desperate. Will it be permanent, though? Of course, I don't think that it is going to be permanent, but they are really pushing this. Like I read, I mean, they're talking about how everyone's going to be honoring and remembering one of Marvel's brightest stars. It's pathetic, in my opinion. Stay dead. Well, that's good to hear. Oh, hell nah. Me looking at the state of current comics, it's sad to see the state that comics are in, right? I, for years, collected and absolutely loved comics, and I do still buy the occasional comic, right? But unfortunately, mainstream comics are pretty dead. We don't want to read the safe spaces and the snowflakes. We don't want to read the Kamala cons and any of the characters that we love, like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and then getting into the DC side of things, like you've got Batman, Superman, right? They're trying to replace those male characters with female counterparts, like, again, like I've talked about many times, like Ironheart, right? Nobody cares about Ironheart. Sorry, Marvel. You just don't hire creatives that make what we want to buy anymore. Let it be forever. And then, of course, the Jack Nicholson yes memes. I wish that they'd keep it permanent, right? You know what? If they said that they're never going to make another Kamala Khan comic, I would like the character a little bit, just knowing that her story is done and she's over and she's permanently gone. I would like that. She's just a bad character overall, and she's, of course, a newer character. She's not been around for decades and, you know, my whole life, and I have all this nostalgia for her. No, they only really created her in order to continue to push diversity and inclusivity and create a brand new female character that could overpower the men. Kamala Khan's first appearance was in 2014, and that's right around the time where comics unfortunately started getting really bad. Someone said, yes, let's kill off one of our only likable new characters. Judging by the responses, she was not a liked new character. Of course, if you like her, that's perfectly fine, right? I might not like her, you might like her, that's awesome. But to go online and say, yes, she was a likable new character when everybody is roasting her is just pretty freaking hilarious to me. Obviously, I don't think that Marvel really cares about what we think about Kamala, right? She's one of those characters that they've really tried to push over the past few years. I mean, they've given her a TV show, they've put her as a lead in a movie, now they're killing her off in a comic in a desperate attempt to sell more books, and I do not think it's going to work. I don't think there's anything they could do to make us like her as a character, and they're going to still try, which I guess props to them for being so dedicated to, you know, pushing fans away. But yes, this is their new desperate attempt in Fallen Friend, the death of Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is going to die, and honestly, I think that it is pretty freaking hilarious. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this and found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.